Okay, we're going to try to make this part 124-4-49A. It's a metric part. It's 200 millimeters long by 125 wide. It's going to go 50 millimeters from the end over here because 200 minus 50 minus 100 is 50. So we'll start at this corner. We'll go 50 up 25 because that 25 is right there. And then we'll go over 100, come down 25, over 50, up 125, over here 50, down 25, over 100, up 25, over 50, and then C to close. So that's what we're going to do. And now what I'm going to tell you now is that you should watch this video one time, go through and go through the whole video, try to remember what you can, watch the video a second time, and then go along with it in AutoCAD, trying to do the best you can. If you have to stop, pause, rewind, that's fine. If you have to ask questions, that's okay too. And finish the drawing all the way to the point of being complete. And then you should go back a third time and try to make it with just this graphic here, without using the video or asking for help or anything like that. Now, it's okay if you have to ask for help. You can ask me, you can ask classmates. It's fine. You can go back and watch the video again. It's absolutely okay to do. Just to be able to master the skill. That's what we're trying to do, is get you to master the skill. So when you're given an assessment, like at midterms or at the end of the unit or something like that, you can do this with confidence and be positive that you know exactly what you're doing. And that's what we're trying to get to. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go into AutoCAD. Click on AutoCAD, and since it's a metric part, let's click New. We can click that New there, click AutoCAD, and then Open. Our origin's down here in the bottom where the UCS is. Now, before we get started, one of the things you're going to have to do is metric parts, because AutoCAD only works in units, that it doesn't recognize inches or millimeters until you start to print something later on. It's going to just work in units, so one could be 1 inch, one could be 1 millimeter, it could be anything that you want it to be. It's just we're going to use it in units here. So before we get started, the last part we made was kind of small and everything fit, but it's always a good idea to maybe start off with limits. So type in the word limits and hit enter, and go ahead down here and click that off. So you're going to turn it off. Now you can zoom in and out as you need to, and I'm ready to click a line. I'm going to start by making a line and going to the right. I'm going to hit F8 to turn the ortho on, so ortho keeps things lined up, straight up and down. We'll go this way 50, and then I'll zoom back with the mouse wheel. So I'm going to scroll the mouse wheel backwards, and it'll go back that way. And then I'm going to move the mouse in this upward direction and go 25. I'll move it to the right and go 100. And then I'm going to scroll the mouse wheel back or pan over and come down 25. Then I'm going to go to the right another 50. And let's see, I should be able to pan or scroll back. Oops, well, that's really messing up on me. I hit escape. So something messed up, so I double clicked. I hit escape to get out of that. So this gives me an opportunity to show you something else, which is fine. So I'm going to start again down here. Not start again, but I'm going to start on that line right there. So when I click line, I'm going to come down here and see that green dot that puts on that? It's putting that green square on there. And that green square is called a grip. You use OSNAP settings to do that. We're going to go ahead and click the OSNAP setting on the end and click endpoint. See that? I don't even have to be on the end. I can kind of go, oh, it looks like it's looking for an extension there. I want to get close to the end, click end, and then move upward here. I'm going to go up 125. I'll pan down, go to the right 50. I'm going to come down 25. I'll go to the left there. Did I say to the right? I meant to the left. Go to the left 100. Go up 25. Go to the left 50, and then I'm going to come down 125. I can't hit C to close there because that I started over here, but once I get that done, I can hit escape and I'm good. I started that line over here, so I did 2 different operations instead of 1, so I can't hit C to close. But I got to use the OSNAP setting there on the end. So now I'm going to double click the mouse wheel. If I don't double click the mouse wheel, my plot's going to come out bad. So I'm going to double click this, So I zooms to the extents. That's going to make my life a whole lot easier in the long run here. So because we don't, sometimes AutoCAD has this tendency to put a little dot here or there that throws things off. And if I ended up with some weird little dot like out here, right, something like that, and I didn't know it was there, and I think I'm okay later on, and I double click my mouse wheel. Now what? Do you see what just happened? It's not zoomed to the extent. So I double click the mouse wheel to zoom to the extents. Oh look, it puts this thing out here. So I can use a tool like the erase tool. Right here is the erase tool, so I can erase by going over that and hitting enter. All right. Double click your mouse wheel now, zooms to the extents. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go, if we go to this export, just so you know, I can plot this, right? This is not the one we want to do because we cannot control the scale at all. So we're not going to do that. All right, what we want to do is go to print, and we want to control the scale of this by going down to DWG to PDF. So we're going to make this drawing file that we've created into a PDF. And we're going to change it to the extents because that's what's on the outside there. We're going to center the plot. We don't have to do any of that ridiculous math we were doing. We were drawing on the board. And I'm going to click Fit to Paper and change this to 1:1. Let's see what happens. Does it go off my page? So I'm going to click Preview, and something's wrong. It goes way off the page. So 1:1 doesn't work for this. So we have to go back here and try something else. So maybe let's try something like 1:10. Does that work? Still red there, so I don't think that's going to work. So let's try 1:50. 1:50 makes that really, really small. So if I preview that, do you want to continue? That's fine. Yeah, I'm going to continue just to prove the point. See, that's way too small. I want to get that larger, but be at a decent scale. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to exit this so it goes back to here. So 1:50 didn't work. Let's try 1:30. 1:30 fits. 1:20. That does not. It goes off the edge of the page. So let's preview. It's okay. See, it goes off. It goes out of our print area, so we can't do that. So we're going to have to go back to, instead of doing 1:20, we're going to do 1:30. So now we figured out the largest scale we can use to fit. And this happens when you're doing things in metric and you're trying to put them on an English paper. All right, so that's okay. So this time I'll preview it. I'm okay with that right there. Right click and plot, and this creates that. Oh, I totally forgot. I'm going to go back here and click Save As, and I'm going to save this as one. This one was 124-49A. I'm going to go ahead and overwrite the one I've. Oh, is it even in the right spot? It should be okay. As far as that goes. Yeah, I'm in the right spot. So we'll save that as that. I'm going to overwrite it. And now I can do my plot. So we've already explained it. I'm not going to explain it again. I'm just going to do it real quick. Just so we know. 1:30. Click Preview. It's okay to do that. Right click and plot. So that's where we get to this point right here, where that's what you would submit in Blackboard if you were getting a test or something like that. All right. We're ready to move on to the next part, so we'll do that in a second, but that's how we're going to do stuff in metric.